Okay, Jesus Christ. Dark Wiggles saved the day, because my internet was dying. Why did you put this one as wait music? Because this is fucking Čedović and nothing makes sense. Okay. Let's not waste any more time. Let's just get right to it. Okay. So this stream is going to be me making a custom level in Čeda, and I'm going to be also telling you about like some things that may be like more difficult to figure out. Let me just like get this going. Okay, this should be all right. Yeah, I hope I don't get too many dropped frames. Yeah, this should be fine. Okay, so a little bit ago I asked hang on, I need to like just 1 second because I have a bunch of shit open from like what I was doing earlier and I forgot to close all of it. And this is going to just make things more difficult. All I need right now is the stream folder and maybe the actual files. I'll just get public. Okay. Those rounded pipes are never used. All right, so I made this little test level to just like kind of show off what you can do, and I'll be going over this whole process as well. The BRB screen, yeah. So let me just play this right now. And this should be going. This is the first time I'm launching this, so first time it always takes a little bit, especially with the Unity version of 2018.3.3. And okay, this is loud, but that's just how it's going to be. Actually, hang on, I think that might just be my headphones. Yeah, my speaker volume's at 10 for no goddamn reason. All right. So first of all, let me like maximize this. Okay, so I'll go for everything that I did. So we'll be covering like how to just make a basic level. You may notice that this level has 4 sausages. I'll tell you how to do that as well. I see that the desktop audio is actually really loud, so I'll lower it to like this volume. So yeah, I got like upside down enemies, and this is something that Denny's wanted specifically. Multi-NPC dialogue is something we will be doing as well. So we got checkpoints. I'll show you how those work and how you can like trigger them over and over. Oh, we're running out of time. And also we'll do just how to make a warp area as well. So this is all pretty like, you know, pretty standard Čeda stuff. We're not going to go into like custom scripting in this. So this is all pretty basic. You know, I say as the dev. And you know, you die. You can hear me very clearly. Okay, that's great. And yeah. That's how you properly end the level and everything. So yeah, let's just get right to it. Okay, so in here I have the custom folder. I'll make a new one just for the stream, and I'll be pushing all these changes to GitHub after the stream ends, so you'll be able to like mess around with like both this and like another level that I'll be making as well. It's not gonna be anything like super special. I'll be just using assets I've already done, so yeah, so I just make it for like I don't know, custom level, I guess. So you've seen how to add like custom tiles. I made a video about that on my old channel, so I won't be going into details on that because yeah. So first thing you want to do Let me just read the chat. Is that a sad square? Yes, it is. That's not in the actual game. Okay. Let's get on track. I have this open. All right. I'll make a new scene. So in here in levels, you have scenes. So levels is just like every level in the game. It's like everything that comes with it. In miscellaneous, you have this thing that's called level blank. And this is basically like a template. Not the actual level that's called template, because this is just the test level. Yeah, this is just the test level. So don't use that one. Use level blank. And we'll save this in the folder we just made. You can save it like whenever, but this is just for like organization. So I'll just name this example. Example, yeah. And it's very important that you save this because you might otherwise just override it to be like something else. So if I launch this now, you know, it's not going to be anything amazing. You're just gonna die. So let me like, before we do anything, I'll go over like what these objects are like in the order. So underscore GM is like the game manager. This basically just handles like stuff related to the game, like in this specific scene. So like it tracks like your level progress, how many lives you have, like the coins, lives, floppies, your score. It also like is it's meant to also like, it just like controls like when you hit a block, like what's supposed to happen, and like the timer. Basically like it's the entire framework of the actual game part of the game. So I don't think you need to do too much in here. There are some variables you can switch here, but you should be switching them in another script that I'll show you later. So text box, this is just for like displaying the NPC text box. You shouldn't really touch this. HUD, this is just the HUD display. Yeah, pretty standard stuff. Camera bounds, I'll go to switch to the scene here. So this basically shows you like where the camera can actually go. If I expanded this box collider here, it shows you like the camera, like how far it can go. So basically everywhere inside of this rectangle is where the camera can go. So this is for the main area and this is for the sub area. Main camera is just like the camera. You have this rectangle around the camera is like the area that objects start loading in. So anything that's outside of this box just it just doesn't show up. Like if I hit play, these sausages are going to disappear because they are outside this render range. Other than that, you have the sky and the sub area sky. These get changed from another script, so you don't need to change them in here. Player is just, you know, it's Čeda, you know, it's him. You don't actually really need to do anything with him other than just move him around. So yeah, this is all pretty much pretty standard stuff. You can change like the bouncing, but again, I made it so all of these values are changed from one spot where you like set all the level data, and this is in here. So level grid, you have like the hit block store, that's just for like stuff that happens that's supposed to spawn when you hit blocks and stuff, so like particles and like fake blocks that show up that actually animate. So that's all that stuff. I hope you can actually read this because I can't exactly like zoom in. Hang on. I think it's readable, but maybe I can paste it in and like, yeah, this is a bit more legible, I think. So this is like the important one. So in here is where this is where you place your music, your intro. This is where you set the beats per minute. So basically like this controls like when Čeda moves around, like bounces to the beat. This is like the value it uses for that, and the lasers use this as well to shoot. So I'm pretty sure that's the only two things that actually are affected by the BPM. Muffle in main area and echo in main area. This related to the audio. So muffle means the muffled effect on the audio. Echo means like the echoed effect on the sound effects. By default, the muffle is enabled in the sub area, but you don't have to do that. And echo in sub area, which is the same thing. Start in sub area, which means this just means it will start the level inside a sub area. Yes, Čeda bounces to the songs. So the difference basically between the main and sub area is it changes the background and the audio effects, and that's pretty much the extent of what changes. Save music point. This is only used in 7-7 in the final game. It basically keeps track of where the music stopped when you died, and it will resume from that point when the level is restarted. So you can use that, but you really don't have to. And here's the sky sprite. So this is where you set the sky. I'll switch to the game scene, and I'll show you how you can assign your sky. So the skies, they look weird in the actual files because they're just really thin rectangles, and I basically just did this to save space because like when I was sent these skies, they were just like they were all like just like this, but when it was just a gradient, it was just wasting space to do it like this. So it basically just stretches the sprite to just be the entire width of the camera. And it does this by itself, so you don't really need to worry too much about that. So if you search for sky here, you should be able to get like every single sky used in the game. Actually, I didn't change these ones, probably because like they came in really late. Well, there is this one. It doesn't really matter too much, but basically you just set it here, and you can search here as well. Like there's actually this was on here the entire time. Right, I'll show you again. So you click on here and you get this select sprite menu. Having to pay attention to two screens is very difficult right now. Okay, but you can filter it out. Just search for sky, and you should be able to get like every sky. I'm pretty sure. The naming is not consistent because it switched from like the number being at the start to being like at the end, like for the boring world. And a big theme in Čeda is that these skies and pretty much everything is inconsistent, and that's just something you'll have to work with, unfortunately. But you have these skies. I don't know. I'll pick this one because it looks the worst. And for the sub area, we can use like, I don't know, the icy tower one. Why not? Do the same thing if this guy is a proper sprite, like the 7-1 one. 7. Yeah, if you want a proper sky, like say this one, you assign it and it works. It stretches it to the proper dimensions. So you don't need to worry about that. Alright, so let's try to like place down some tiles now that I've shown you how to do that. Actually, no, I haven't finished doing this. God, I'm sorry. Parallax. This is where the background parallax layers are. Right now there's just one, but I'll show you how to add more. Post def canvas. This is just what shows up when you die. Not important at all. Pause canvas, same thing. Like you don't need to touch this. So this is just like, these are just the essentials. They're there, but you shouldn't mess with them. Pixels, this stores it basically stores a projection. Like this is a 2D plane that the entire game gets projected on, and that's how the game gets its pixelated look. If I were to, for example, like disable this and in the main camera set this target texture to none, the game still displays, but it would not have that pixel snapping to the graphics. So that's basically what that's handling. Rebindable map manager. So this basically just stores like all the inputs. when I wrote my own input system for Unity, I had to like make this so here you have like all the actions like up, down, left, right, alt up, alt down, run, jump, select, start, and dash, and then dummy, and like input buttons. So yeah, all these were just made for the different layouts for like the different controllers. So unless you want to like add your own actions, I can make a separate video on that. But for like making just a basic mod of the game, this really does not matter. All right. But yeah, this is basically what stores, and it still has the Switch Pro default binds, even though I removed that because I did not have a Switch Pro to test this on, and apparently it had some issues. Event system, again, this is just an essential object of a normal level, so yeah, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, data share is something you can actually play around with. So this basically stores all the data between, like across the entire game. So, you know, save file ID, it's the file you actually are on. So 0 is like file 1, 1 is file 2, 2 is file 3. And then save file ID 3 would be the Mario Obama save file for file 1. And then 4 and 5 for file 2 and file 3, respectively. So if you wanted to have like speedrun mode for some reason, God help you, but that would be files from 6 to 8, I believe. You would use that for speedrun mode. So score, this is like, you know, standard. And all these values that are in this specific scene, they will not apply if you load in this level like from the game normally, because when the game is loaded, it uses a different instance of this script that has all the values just zeroed out. So if you want to just test out stuff in this level alone and just alter these things yourself, then absolutely you can. If I want to give myself like 99 lives, then, you know, I will get them. But if I just load in this level, then it will just be whatever that value I had before. Same with coins, checkpoint coins, checkpoint state. This really isn't that important unless you're loading the game in from a checkpoint. So floppies, player state is the power-up you start the level with. So you might want to look up the cheat sheet for like the power-up you get for like what ID corresponds to which state. If I give myself 5, I believe that's going to be the CSGO knife, I think. Yeah, that was the CSGO knife, you could barely see. Stored item is the same thing, but what item you are holding. So, you know, I can be holding the L knife if I give myself item value of 6. I really should just place down some ground. Last loaded level, this basically means what level you are currently on. So last loaded level 1 means I am the game, it thinks that I'm on level 1. So that would be level 1-1 here. I just saw chat on my homepage and my neurons activated. Hello, Amy. Yeah, this is a very different kind of stream. It's just meant to be like how to make a custom level in Čeda. And actually, I'll go to that a bit later. But yeah, for the sake of this stream, let's make it so we are changing level 2 of this game. So if I want to do that, I need to make this so last loaded level, I'll switch this to 2. And now in the level progress, this element 2 is actually what I will be changing. I can right click this to press revert, and that's going to change the value to like what's the default. If this is in bold, that means it's only different for this specific instance of this data share script. So if it's anywhere else, anything that's in bold is not going to be the same value anywhere else. So for level 2, let's just say like this is it. So this is what we'll be looking at. And I think that's it. I think we've gone through like every script. Begging you to put a single tile. Yeah, this is what we're going to get to now. Placing tiles. And I'll actually reset the layout to what's the default, because I actually have this changed for myself. What the fuck? Who the fuck is messaging me like right now? Oh, it's the Lethal Company Discord. Okay. So I'll show you how to set up the layout to look like what I just had. So, you know, this is all made up of tabs. You can switch them however you want. For the sake of the stream, I'll keep them all on one screen, but you can like undock them and put them like wherever I can, you know, put them wherever I want. But let's say you just loaded this game in and this is what you see. In here you have the window tab up here, and you can see it. Okay. I'll add the animation tab, and I like to put it down here, and then animator, and this is fine to be like on the side. And then in 2D we have the tile palette, and this is really something you don't get with the actual layout. So all this stuff should be with the project files already. And you can right click on this asset store tab and just close it, because all it does is just eat up RAM, and it's pretty sure it's like useless now. So here's like the aspect ratios. So 16:9 is what the game is rendered at. But in here you can add like your custom resolutions, and I already did that for this game. But if you haven't, if you don't have that, which you probably won't, you can set this to be a fixed resolution of 768 by 432, and this resolution is basically like the Super Mario World resolution extended to 16:9 and then doubled, because the game's tiles are 32 by 32. So that's why this resolution is so funky. And yeah, you can scale it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I can actually delete this because I don't need a second one. All right, so I can hold scroll wheel to like move the screen around like this, and just left clicking like this just lets me select stuff. If I double click on, say, the player in here, it's going to like snap the camera to where he is, which makes this a lot easier to work with. Okay, so when you place down tiles, we're getting to the next part, actually to the level building part of the stream. Pay attention to this active tile map display up here, because there's several layers and they all behave differently. So let's say I have I want to place normal ground. I need to go to main map, and this is the box fill tool, which is what I use pretty much exclusively. And I'm going to use, say, like the 1-free ground. Actually, let's use the map, the ground I created for that video. I think that will be fitting. So you just left click to place down tiles, and it, like, you know, auto tiles like the way you expect it to. You hold down shift and left click to remove tiles, and this is basically the easiest way to just like place and remove tiles. So let's add like a pit here. Let's like make this go up here. For the time being, this is fine. If you want to have like an invisible wall, for example, like you don't want the player to go, you can use this ghost block here. This is also used for invisible blocks, but if you place this down on the main map, instead it just makes an invisible wall. So it's just kind of like a double usage of that. Mario Builder looking good, yeah. Is this better than Mario Builder already? I don't know, I don't think it is. So now we can move Čeda. When you move entities in this game, you gotta make sure that you're actually selecting like the actual main object, and not like, say, if I have this selected, for example, and I move it, Čeda technically is still in this spot. I'm just moving his sprite. So yeah, you don't want to be doing that. You want it to be the actual root object. And if I hold down Control and move him, it's going to snap his position. So it's moving his position like by the tiles. So you can adjust his position just by removing these point decimals here. And yeah, now he's like actually on the ground. I believe I can like, yeah. If I hold down like shift, it moves him on one axis. And also because I'm like selecting on the arrow. But now if I launch the game, I still have the CSGO power-up because that's what I used. And by default, the camera is already like set up to be a considerable length, so it doesn't go up or down. So if you just want to test something out, that's totally fine. As it is, I'll show you like how you can change the camera bounce. So the way you can do that is you can just go to the camera bounce object, and you just make it so, let's say it goes just a little bit like high here. So now if I had some kind of high ground to jump to, like let me make a semi-solid for this. So if I want to make a semi-solid, I need to go to the semi-solid map, and I have to place them on here, otherwise they will not be half solid. A good thing about this is you can make any tile half solid if you want to. The only downside to this system in Čeda is I can't make two semi-solids on top of each other, because if I do that, it's not going to work the way it should. It's like it snaps him, because that's like the closest ground it can find. But as you can see, the camera does go up with him, and yeah, it works just like in the actual game. So let me actually place like, I don't know, oh, I left that one. Let's like make some kind of like, I don't know, secret up here, because we can. So like, let's make it so up here there's like a life. So we'll add like a 1-up block here, and make you require a cape to get up here, because everyone loves when secrets do that. And oh yeah, I should go over like what these tiles mean. So brick, this is transparent, and a regular block. These are pretty self-explanatory. So if there's a cola, that just means that if you're small, this will give you a cola, and otherwise it would just give you the regular item. This teapot one with the plus, this means that this is a coin bank. There's another variant here, and oh, this actually did not change. This is weird, because I'm pretty sure I did change this just to be more readable. And yeah, I did. I just, for some reason, it doesn't show up the way it should be. Maybe if I like update it or something like... Yeah, see, I dragged it, and these are both the same tile, but like Unity does not use the proper graphic for it, but it's supposed to look like this, because this one will just give you a single coin. And yeah, that's how this works. So let's see what's next. Let me look at my list of things. All right, so layers. So let me just like go over all the layers. So if I want to have like this pit here to be molten cheese, I can just place it down like here, like this, and then add this fill here. So now if I fall down here, it's going to just, yeah, just gonna kill me. And if I wanted to have a block that's just instant death, then I don't know, skull seems appropriate. So if I touch this, yeah, so it treats everything like lava. That's one downside. But if you want to have like a death zone, that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is in here, in the level grid, under the main map, you have this object here that's called a death zone. And it basically, if you fall down here, it's going to just kill you instantly. So that's the way that works. And you can add a second one, but it's important that it's a child of this one. Because I'm pretty sure if I do it like this, it's going to cause an error of some kind. Is it? Actually, no, it doesn't seem to be. But yeah, this is basically where you will die if you fall in there. AVGN Adventures, yeah, pretty much. So let's talk about the harm layer. This one is basically for the cheese blocks. And I'll demonstrate the difference between, say, having a cheese block on the harm layer and having it just be on the main map. So this will be our main map one, and this will be the one on the harm layer. Okay, so this first one is, I can touch it from all sides. It does not flash, but if I go on it from the top, it does hurt me. And I basically just did this because Leather kept placing them on the wrong layer, and I just decided to add this functionality to like the main layer anyway. But on the harm layer, no matter how I touch it, it always damages you. So that's the only difference. So yeah, that's it really. Items. So items, actually I'll talk about that a bit later when I place down enemies. Invisible block map. So everything on this layer, I believe, is going to be made invisible. Actually, no. So by default, it just treats everything like a regular block, actually. And I didn't even realize that's how it did it, but yeah, so you can make these ghost tiles, but that's not the way it's supposed to be used. You're meant to place like invisible blocks on this layer, and it's going to reveal them, you know, as it would in Mario. So, you know, you can fall through them and everything, but you hit them and then they appear. And I don't want to start the level as like this big Čeda, so I'll switch my state to 0 for this. Alright, so now let's say I want to add some decorations. So I switched to the level decorations tile map, and there's 4 tile maps you can play with. So this other one is just for the Mario Bama tiles, and this was also used for the Superplex level because that one had more extensive tiles. Goal is just a goal grass, and decorations is all the decorations used in the level, like chronologically from top to bottom. So let's say I want the flag from Snoopy. That's how you add them. And basically that's just the way this layer does not collide with anything, and it's rendered under everything, like all the enemies and the coins and stuff. This is the most exciting stream I've ever done. I feel like I should put on some music or something. Hang on. Because yeah, this is gonna be kind of probably kind of boring otherwise. What's like best MIDI playlist? The ultimate black MIDI playlist. Oh boy. MIDI playlist for stream. Yeah, this is good. Good lord. All right, put E1 M2 from Doom 2. Sure, I guess I can do that. I forget what that one's called. Wait a second, and that's just map 2, because Doom 2 doesn't have episodes. Yeah, this is fitting. Okay, so yeah, now let's talk about placing down enemies and objects. I'll start with going over what these brushes are. So default brush is what you use to place down tiles and everything. I'll go back to this one. Coordinate brush, line brush, you don't need to worry about all these. Tint brush is used for changing colors, and not all tiles actually support this, but most of them do. If I say want to make this lava blue, well, sort of blue because it tints the sprite. It doesn't actually like change the palette. So if I want to make it like green, let's like pick blue and go over this. Yeah, now it's green. Actually a pretty cool look for this grass. But that's the tint brush. Now the coin brush, this is basically, these are all the prefab brush, but they are grouped for different specific things. So here's like, you can spawn them upside down. Not everything supports this, but yeah, teapots can be used. You can spawn them with a tint. So I can spawn red teapots like this. Let's make them green as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's pickle juice. Position Z, it basically tells it how far into the background it should be rendered at, but like, you don't really need to change this, like, it doesn't really affect like how it moves or anything. So offset, it basically is just the offset to where it spawns, so like this, it spawns up there. Usually 0.5 or 0 at Y is what you want. And if I press shift on it, it removes it. So I don't actually want these teapots to be this color, so like you can make a line of them here, so you dash through them. And you can, this does recursively place them in, so if I place like several of them at once, I need to click several times. And these teapots, they're placed in the instant def actually, so actually they need to be, see, this is what I mean. They need to be on the item tile map, like this. So yeah, keep an eye on where you're placing them, because even I get confused by this sometimes, especially when I'm like doing several things at once. But yeah, so to change the like what I'm placing down, you switch the prefab ID value here. So if I wanted the coin ring, I put in 0, and that's going to put in a coin ring here. Let's say I want this coin ring to have like a different amount of coins. I can click on this, and this coin ring script has a value for speed for the amount of coins up to 30 or down to 2. So let's do 3, and offset distance is how far away from the source they can be. So let's make it like this. Can the teapots kill you in the instant def layer? I'm pretty sure they can't, because I think it's just things that are on the tile map. But we can try it. Let's experiment, because I don't actually know. Let me check. No, it doesn't. It doesn't kill you. If you wanted a coin to kill you, there is a way to do it, I believe. Let's make an evil coin just for you. Let's make it red. And we can switch the layer. So here we have instant def. And this is def zone. Okay, so if I change the name to def zone, will this work? That's the way. You can just change the name to def zone and it's going to kill you. If I change, and let me see what happens if I switch it to instant def, because I'm pretty sure like the way this works is it's based on the actual names of the objects. No, it does work, but it causes issues because it actually needs the name instant def to be a single one. So, but def zone is completely allowed. Okay, so this evil coin, let's place it here. Disappointing, most terrible. Who is messaging me? Okay, I need to like disable this for like 3 hours. Sending me like quota memes and shit. Well, not me specifically, just in general. So sausages, you can place them from here. But they're a bit specific, because sausages actually need to be in their own layer as well. So you may have noticed the level starts with 3 sausages, and that is in this specific sausages hold object. And the order these are in actually matters. So this will be the first sausage that is counted in the level. This will be the second, this will be the third. I'll place this fourth one here, and there's actually like... there really is no real limit to how many you put in. Like, say I wanted to have 8 sausages in this level for like some god-forsaken reason. Place them all like here. I'm pretty sure this should work like if it's just like this. Now you see there's 8 of them on the actual UI display. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure there's just... this can go as many times as you want them. But as you can see, this is something I added in. So there's 21 errors I'm getting. Michael, copyrighted music is playing. Oh no. Yeah, maybe I should play Doom music instead, because it might be a bit dangerous. Best music for streams to get like demonetized. Sausage heaven. So this is something that will be in the updated version for the project files. Because I thought this is something that could be confusing. You get this warning: default level values for sausages in level 2 does not match with the sausages placed in this level. Copy the current level progress string from the _gm object, stop the scene and paste it inside the datashare script in the level progress section at index 2, or change the last loaded value to the ID this level is supposed to be, essentially. Tutorial video muted, so good. I don't think it's gonna get muted, to be honest, unless I mute it specifically. But basically, the way to fix these warnings appearing is you go into the _gm as it tells you, and you see this current level object progress string. You copy this, Control C, go back to datashare, and you remember how we were working on level 2? Well, on element 2, you paste this in, so now it looks like this. And as you can see now, it doesn't show any errors. So I'm kind of on the fence if this should actually stay. Maybe for the sake of the tutorial it should. But I'll cut it down to 4. Just like the test level I showed you. So since there's 4 sausages, there needs to be 4 zeros here. Basically, these zeros, they say like which sausages have been collected. So say if I wanted to make it so the third sausage is already collected, I set the third one to 1, and loading this in, first sausage is already collected, third sausage is collected, so it's a ghost. Otherwise it shows up as normal. But that's the coin brush. Oh yeah, and the key items are in here as well. But the key does not show up on the UI unless there is one in the level. So if I want to have a key, say key 5, so that's the red key. And yeah, you want to have it be like 0.5. And sometimes you can't remove them because these keys, they get placed into the key holder object, which gets created on its own when a key gets spawned for the first time. So now if I play the level, you can see the red key is on the UI, and it works. And there's no real limit to how many keys you can actually put in. I love how that just deletes him, that's amazing. Like, he doesn't die, he just disappears. But you can place the clocks from there and everything. Before we get to the enemy brush, let me put down like a specials brush. So specials is like all the special blocks. There's quite a few of them. So let's say I want to add like... I'll go through some of these. So there's moving platforms, horizontal, vertical, big block, Red Key Bomb Isaac reference. Let's say I want to put in like a boom box. So I'll go to prefab ID 12 and I can place it down and it's just gonna work. So, you know, I put it in and that's how you add in your items. Let me get like, yeah, an entire playlist of these. Sure. Okay, but let's like not place it here. Let's like put it here for the time being. So placing enemies down is pretty much the same thing as what I've already showed. So you want it to go to active tile map to be enemies, and you place them just like you would regular tiles. And since I have the enemies as the tile map selected, I can actually remove them from this. So if I want like a trash bug here, I can place it there, then a bread bug like here, and so there's the mixtapes. I can place down like a Koopa, I guess, as well. It's not gonna be any pinnacle of game design this level, but that's not really what we're going for. But this is metal as fuck though, this music. Let me like build a bit more of the level before we continue on. So here's a cool trick you can do. If you want to see like where the camera bounds are as you're making the level, you just have to select it from here, so like the camera bounds, and now you can see where the camera will stop. So now you have like a better view of where things will stop when you place down the tiles. But this doesn't mean Čeda can't still go up there, so that's why it's good to have like some invisible walls, like say up here, so you don't go out of bounds. And yeah, like let's make like a bridge, because why not? Even though this like never was used in the actual game. And yeah, not gonna like do anything super amazing here, it's just as an example. This could be like a section with the Lakitu, or the cultist rather. Let's make this a blow wall, because everybody loves those wall jumps. We got that going, okay. And in here we can add some item blocks. Here's like a box that's never used. If you're small, this gives you cola. If you're big, this gives you the halva, which it's never used in the actual game, but it would be interesting to see like somebody use this. So let's place like an item box here. Usually 3 tiles from above ground is like what you want to go for. And some of the bricks. Oh, and I forgot to mention one more thing. If you want custom brick tiles for your level, you can easily do that. So in the Hitblock store, you have this thing here called custom brick. If I want it to be like, for some reason I want it to be the building panic tile, then if I set it to this and then play the level, now the bricks are that, and they work just like bricks. And it's pretty cool, because like I think if I place down bricks, it's going to replace them like as they are. So if you don't want this, you just need to like set this back to none. Then like as soon as this tile gets like, I don't know, hovered over or anything. Actually, I need to actually like start the level again, because that's when it gets overwritten. Yeah. So now it goes back to being bricks. Yeah, it's fine that you're not talking. You're not like required to talk. And this ain't the kind of stream where like people are like gonna be cracking jokes, because like, you know, you wouldn't crack jokes at like a university class. I mean you definitely would. You would like probably like send out like Optimus Prime to like beat the shit out of me as I'm talking, but like on the stream you can't really do that because you cannot see me. Let's place an axe here, because why not? And the first sausage we can place it like up here. If we want semi-solid tiles, you know, semi-solid map, and then we put these cloud blocks down, because that's what makes them semi-solid, is being on this layer. It's not that the fact that they are the cloud blocks. So we can make it so like you have to go through like this part here. If I made it so you have to like go like this, but I cannot place them here. I need to go to the harm layer and do it like this. That's such a specific video reference. Yeah, that's this game in a nutshell. So we do it like this. You can remove that one from under there, so I just pressed shift on that and got rid of it. And this one is just a regular block, so you place it like this. And what can we do here? Like, we have this boom block, so pretty much nothing we do here is going to matter. So let me get rid of that one. And what kind of enemies can we place here? I wanted to place down a cultist, because cultist is one of those special enemies that actually have a bit more going to them. I know Power wanted me to go over like how to make a custom enemy, but honestly, like, unless you know C# scripting, it's not really something I can easily explain. So I'll just go over like what makes an enemy. So if I go over like the cultist, for example, most of the enemies have the same structure where it's this root object contains like the script for what happens when they die and the AI. And I even have in all caps only edit this. So this basically controls like how the enemy corpse spawns. So you have the dead sprite. Dead sprite 2 is like, it's used when an enemy is meant to split into like the princess. Flipped, that's just, you don't really need to like know much about this. Basically it's like the sample for a flipped enemy, the velocity of a flipped enemy, angle velocity. So angle velocity is how much the enemy spins when it dies. Let's say this, because the cultist like spins around like crazy when it dies, but a trash bug, for example, only has like a velocity of 100. If I made it like, let's say 10,000, and I killed it like with, well, I'm supposed to kill it with an item, so let's give me like, let's say, where's the data share? I'll spawn with the pepper. And let's go back to this just so we see what we're doing. So you see that one like fell normally, but this one, yeah, that one goes crazy. And because their pivot point is at their bottom, they spin around like that. So that's something cool you can do if you want to like make an enemy like act a bit unwise. That's one way to do it. So dead sprite on the trash bug is the squished sprite, and this has the create corpse value checked, and this one, let me see, this one does not have this this value checked. So this basically means corpse flipped is just basically an enemy, fake enemy that pops off the screen, and this create corpse one instead just spawns a dead sprite. If I instead made it so this trash bug always creates a flipped corpse, if I were to stomp it, it would just die like most enemies in the game. So like, yeah, very unusual, but that's the way you do it in this game at least. So let me switch this back. So you can do a lot of customization just based on this script alone. Turn into disk, for example, that's another way you can say like make this happen. So yeah, turn into disk. You can look up like how this works here and then like use it on pretty much any other enemy. There's some like other values here, like can the enemy die, use a dead sprite for flipping, does the enemy build combo in general? Does the stomp build combo? When an enemy gets flipped, does it start upright? So basically, like when the enemy pops off the screen, does it get flipped like 180 degrees or not? Or like does it start like in the same position as it was before it died? Invertible. Basically, if the enemy pops off the screen, does it like go flying upwards, for example? Disable on corpse spawn, basically just does it disappear when the enemy spawns instead of just getting full on destroyed. Boss block, I think that's I don't actually remember what this actually does. I think it's meant for breaking bricks. So maybe that's for the actual disc to do it. I don't actually like full on remember. I have to like look into the code to make sure this works. It might also just like affect blocks as it like falls off the screen. Let me like let me check this and see what this actually does. Because yeah, it's been years since I've done this. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I guess it's something you can... Actually, no, I'm too curious about this now. Let me see, bust block. It's only used in one... Okay, so hold block, bust. It basically destroys the block that you're holding. I guess, yeah. So it's not a value that's used like pretty much anywhere. Oh, and this got shown. I need to drink some water soon. I feel my throat getting dry. And I'm actually running out. At least in this bottle. So just give me a second. Okay, so back to the cultist. Now that we've had our fun with the enemy corpses. So yeah, additional death sounds can die. Yeah, this is all fine. What is ground? Death sources, so basically this is just what can kill the enemy, which is also something you can look at. So kill off screen is just basically if the enemy, instead of unloading, just dies outright. And you can add like custom events here as well. In fact, like if I wanted, I think if I wanted to, I could just kill the player when this enemy dies. Let me just make sure. Yeah. So if this enemy dies, I can make Čeda die just by putting this in. So let's. That's fun. That's another thing you can do. It's just in this, the event thing is very powerful. So yeah, that's the way that works. And alt skin is basically like the sprite you get for when you 100% the game, it gets an alt skin. Not all enemies have this. If I wanted, say the cultist, for example, to have an alt skin, I would need to add this component to him. So alt skin, and there it is, yeah. So yeah, we got that going, and I think, like, let me just check this real quick. And this works on enemies that have the simple anim 2 script. So it's not going to work on all of them, it's only ones that have this, their animation controlled by the simple animations. That would be like, see, Breadbug has it, so it works for that one. Okay, Čeda threw it back for some reason. That's just good because the sprite offsets for the big sprites are, that's what it uses for for shooting. It's goofy. Okay, so travel distance. We have so we can set this to be like -10, and you can see by the red line like where it actually ends. So this is as far as it will travel. So let's make it 7 and like 22. And vertical travel distance works the same. I don't think both of them at once... Actually, they should work. It's just the vertical travel distance is going to be a bit more tricky to implement. So, like, if I make it so it goes, like, to up to, like, 9... Or up to... Wait. Can I make it to -6? I don't think I actually ever used it on a negative value, but let me check real quick how this is going to work. Yeah, so he flies off instantly because, like, he spawns in way too close to this, and that's a bit of a problem. So if you put him too close, then yeah, he's going to disappear. But I'm going to extend it to like 18. And okay, so I believe it's the vertical value causing him to fly away. So yeah, I only would really put this if it's like positive and it's going like... okay, so this is supposed to be a positive value, I believe. You can look at the way he's placed in the IC tower level and like build upon that. But for most cases, you just want him to go like left and right. So this implementation should be completely fine. Yeah, see, he's working fine. And let's have him like... Let's have him be like all the way here, and that's where he does it, where he flies away. And now he's back because he was unloaded. So he always goes away at this spot, and let me just walk away and then go back to that area, and he should be back. Yeah, there he is. So when he flies away, he goes back to the spot he would spawn from. So that's a bit of a quirk of that enemy. Okay, let's place down some more coins. And this level is going to be like pretty short, so like after a few more moments we will call it a level. How long I've been streaming? For an hour. It's okay, that's not too much. Okay, let me place down some more coins. After that fucking Gora tutorial, I cannot say coins any other way. Okay, so you got it like that. Let's place like 3 here. Always gotta have coins everywhere. Always. That's good game design. And let's put down some like... Let's place down some actually like skeleton legs for this part. So default brush. And we'll place them here and like... Let's say from up above, we'll make it so it's like going from here. Okay, back to the enemy's brush. Over here, let's go to skeleton legs up. Okay, so that works like this. And these ones, I wouldn't really use spawn upside down on most of these enemies, because even though it looks like the way it should work, it might... Yeah, see, it has some issues with the way it actually operates. So that's why these have a specific way, a specific direction. So we need skeleton legs down. So that would be actually not... I need skeleton head down. So that would be ID 11. And there we go. It doesn't matter that it's flipped the other way because it looks at Čeda anyway. Some of this stuff would be good for like save enemies or try to avoid coins levels. Yeah, it would. So Control S to save. And I want to see if I have this actually put in. No, I do not. But I want to talk about how you place down a background. I don't see like any questions. Let me just read the chat for a second. Okay, no. So backgrounds. You like them, I like them, but we can't always have them. But in this case, this sprite radar is disabled by default, so you need to enable that. Okay, and now, what kind of background do you want for this? I guess this works. So this is a bit too large, so let's lower it. Alright, and then we can lower this background just a touch. And actually it works kind of nice. Okay, so, and this is something I need to change, so if I set this to 0, it should work correctly. Because normally, if the position is already defined here, and I start the level, you can see it's going to very slightly... Yeah, it very slightly just jumps. It's going to be more obvious if I like place the camera here. Yeah, see, it's a bit of a problem. So, to fix this, you can just make it so this position is at 0, and it's going to work. I added this parameter, auto sync with the camera. If this is disabled, it's going to use the camera position instead of what it's actually supposed to be using. So now, when I load the level, it's working as intended, but like if I disable this, then it's going to see now it's like, because it thinks the camera will start at position 0, it's all the way up here, and it's just annoying. So that's just something I added in to make making levels in this a bit easier. Okay, but that's one thing. So the depth here, it controls how fast the background scrolls. So if I make this like, let's say I make it 10, it's going to move along with the level a lot faster. As you can see, it feels like it's basically like right up against the plane. So let's make it like 20, and I wouldn't go past 60, because when you go past 60, it starts to actually go against the level. Just to prove my point, I'll make it 80, and I'll show you like it's going to go like with the level instead of like after it. Yeah, see. And this is actually used in 6-4 for the tower at the very beginning, and it's very tricky. So, you know, it's not something I recommend doing unless you... It's specifically meant something that's supposed to be going forwards with you. So let's add some more layers. So how do you do that? So you need to add a second object. You can just duplicate it, like so. You can lower this value in the order in layer, even though, like, if the depth value is higher anyway, it's going to render under it regardless. So let's add, like, I don't know, like this, like, The color on this is just kind of off. If I want to have, like, a background, then BG, that should give me most of the backgrounds. Again, not all of them, because some of them are not here, like the boring world ones, for example, are just not here because those are just named boring underscore BG. So like underscore BG, it's going to like give me all that. So it's just a bit of a quirk that not all of these are going to show up, at least not in the order it's supposed to. So what is this one? I think that's the bottom of the world, level 3. So what can we use here actually? For this level, like, I have no idea. We could use the main menu. No, we could. So let's move this up a little bit, and we can tint this a little bit to make it like better. So we can color pick like from here and make it like more blue. Oh yeah, you had a question. You can go ahead and ask it. So we got it going like this. So now if I play this, it's going to be like... Yeah, see, So now, because that one has a value of 25, it moves by a little bit slower. If I want it to be like a lot more noticeable, I can change it to like 40. And now it's definitely going to feel like it's in the background. So let's add one more layer. And this one, I will make it so it scrolls. So this one will make it so it's clouds. Make sure this is set to 0, because you don't want the tint to be on the clouds, unless you do, you know. Let's make it the, let's say these clouds, because I don't know. Maybe those look good. And make them dark. And we can make them like 50. I have since forgotten about it. That's why you don't need to like wait for me to like say that you can ask a question. So if you want the background to scroll, you can search for background scroller in here. And it is really simple. It basically just makes it so the background scrolls like as it should. So let's say I wanted to scroll at a speed of 100. If I hit play, yeah, it goes. But you can see that there's an issue. It goes back and it loops. You know, it loops perfectly. But because there's no like piece of background here, it goes to this side and then like snaps back. So there's two ways to fix this. One is just to make it start from a bit further away. So now if I do it, it shouldn't have this issue. Yeah, as you can see now, it loops back around, and there's enough of it here to actually like not have any noticeable effect on this. And these clouds are like ugly as shit. I need to like switch this. What is this one? Is this like this is like a sky or something? Anyway, let's say I want this to be vertical. I just check the vertical value here. And now if I do this, it's going to scroll up. I can't even tell like which direction it's scrolling. All right. Yeah, see now it's going up. We can make this like a smog level or something. But again, same issue. So what to do with this? Well, same thing as I said before. Make sure there's a bit of it to actually like scroll around. So if I do it like this, there shouldn't be any issue with this. Yeah, see now it's looping as it should be. And this music actually is kind of fitting for this level. You know what? I feel like I want one more layer. And this one will be, hang on, I'll name it 0 just to keep this consistent. This one can be free. So this one is at Z20. So this one will be at a 10. And let's add the fog from the Mario World level, if I can find it. Where is it? So that's final. God, these names are absolutely terrible. Spooky BG. Hang on. Oh, this is the 5-1 fog. Okay, let me like... Is this... I think this is fog, actually. Yeah, this is fog, but it's just from another area. So let's make sure this renders in the front, and it is here. You can see it. So let's make it scroll. Let's make the speed -10 and see how this goes. Okay, so now it's a different kind of issue. So it's going back the other way. So yeah, just wait, this is the wrong one. So yeah, like this, and then like so, okay. So now we'll just have like a subtle fog. It's a bit fast, but that's alright. Actually, let's make it -2. Like all my jokes, and set this to be this. And we can make it like so. Yeah, this is going to be a bit low, so you know what, I'll just like look up what this is in the actual level. So this was 5-4, I think. Yes, okay, so what clouds are these? Spooky _ BG2. And this is of course he named it Mist and not actually background. Okay. So that's why I couldn't find it. So custom level, let's go back to this. This is a nuclear thrown winter level, oh my god. You're right. Okay, where is this background? Oh yeah, parallax, okay. Alright, let's go to Mist, you know. Alright. Oh yeah, and since this is like... This was made for a very specific level, it does not actually loop properly, so we'll have to live with that somewhat. One way to make sure like this isn't too much of an issue is to make it like not actually go up too much. Alright, so that's a value of 2, speed -1, and let's test it out. I can edit this at runtime, yeah? Yeah, okay. So let's just move it slightly more. Yeah, with enough tweaks, this should be fine. Yeah, so now it's fine. I like how that disc bug just dies immediately. I should replace it with an edgy mixtape. Oh, I forgot that's a thing that happens. Okay, so let's set that speed to 2 and be done with it. So if I want an enemy to not walk up the edges in the movement AI, I just disable walk off edges. And now we have a one-of-a-kind enemy that does not walk off edges. So if you want like inconsistent stuff like that, you absolutely can. And the fog cuts off here, so the illusion is ruined. Alright. Oh god, this music. Alright. So I think that's the like background of this cover. I don't think there's anything else to question about this. I think I'll just make this like somewhat transparent instead, because yeah, I wanted to blend in a little bit more. Right, okay. Is there something else I wanted to do? Oh yeah, I wanted to like cover uploading custom graphics and like sounds. So let me do that real quick. And I think I still have like the thing to you forgot the evil coin. Yeah, I'll go to my Mario Builder folder, because I got some bullshit in here. And let me just put in like a random song from my hard drive. What can I put in? What is this one? I don't think I can put in that one. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, you know what? Enter the Gecko is pretty good. Right, I got this now ready. Okay. So, how do you upload like custom graphics to Unity? let's say I want like Dog Walker in this level. I can do that. And I'll put in Enter the Gecko as well. So I'll show you, if you just put this in like this, it will work, but you want it, obviously you want it to be like a bit more than that. So since this is 32 by 32, most sprites in Čeda use 32 for the pixels per unit value, and that makes them like the game's resolution, essentially. So you want the compression to be set to none, otherwise it's going to look like kind of bad. It's going to look compressed and the color's not going to be all there. Filter mode set to point, that's going to make it not blurry. And now you can just drag him here and he's going to exist. Not happily, but he's going to exist. And just to like align it, there we go. And it's good to put them like where they are on the level. So since this would be like a level decoration, let's put him here, and like we can set him to be like on the background layer at value of like -2. And now it's not going to be a problem anymore. Like, so he shows up and he's there and he's not bothering anybody. Let me turn off the music and I'll show you like how you can set up your music in the level. So level audio effects, this is split to intro and music. Intro only plays once, and then music is what's actually the loop. Since this is just a tutorial, I'm not going to like make anything too crazy. I will go to my like, I don't know, like meme folder and like make the intro some random sound, just so you can see what I'm talking about. Where's the funny folder? Hang on a second, there it is. What's like a good sound that I can put in? Yeah. So this will work just fine. And if you want to play like the audio clip that you have, you can absolutely just play it from here. Critic, only joke for today. It's all you can get. So you can drag them here, and the BPM, if you want to get like a BPM of the song, there's a lot of ways you can do this easily. Let's say you don't have like FL Studio or anything. You can Google Beat Tapper, if I can type it in correctly. And this is what you can use. So I can just play this in the background. So you can use any player, you know, this is basic stuff. And then you can just like tap any key on the keyboard to the beat, so it goes like... It also helps if you just know the BPM of the music, if you like look it up like info about the song you're using. So I have 122, but you may notice that that's actually like very low for this value here. So what you can do is just double it up. So you get 244, and that's going to make the BPM like closer to pretty much all the tracks in Čeda. And as you can see, he does bounce to the beat. Now there's one thing I should mention. All the tracks in Čeda use the OGG format, and that's because MP3 files always have this like a little gap of silence at the beginning. Pretty much every single MP3 file that I've seen does this, and usually this is not a problem, but if you want perfectly looping tracks, I would really recommend using the OGG format, because WAVE is a very heavy format, and MP3, you know, has that issue, and OGG basically is the best of both worlds, so that's what I would use. You can convert to OGG with Audacity, and I think you can even do it online, but Audacity lets you like trim out segments as well. So that's what I would do. Anyway, I'm going to like disable audio for the time being because I don't want that playing, but we can play like what we have so far. I like how that's the level starts. So if I try to go like over here, it's an invisible wall. You can tell a little bit that it's nothing, there's nothing there, because that's where the platform ends. If I go forward a little bit and then back, yeah. I don't know why I'm so drawn to the evil teapot. But yeah, like, this is a pretty much a basic Čeda level. I wonder if it's possible to like get up there. Well, not now, definitely not. Oh wait a second, I think you can. Yeah, you can get up there. That's pretty cool. So all those like enemies we place down, they work the way they should. Curse of the evil teapots. And I haven't shown this off, but yeah, this does work on here, so you just use it like that. And that's where we are. Okay, so let's see, I'm 1 hour and 30 minutes in, it's pretty good. Let's go to this part of the level. Again, click scroll wheel, you can move the level around, scroll in and out, zooms the level. If you want to zoom into a specific object, you can select it, double click. There might be sometimes this issue that you might come across. Let me just demonstrate. So let's say in 3D space, I move the camera like way over here, or something moves it like over there. If I zoom in, of course it's not going to do it now, but like, let's say like I zoomed into this background and then I zoom back in and I forgot I did this. Okay, sometimes elements can start disappearing when you start zooming in. For some reason it's not doing it now, but it's basically just like these would just disappear and I would just see the background essentially. So one way to fix it is to just go forward with the camera and like up to here, go back in, or you can just double click on an empty entity and make the camera focus on that, and that fixes it instantly. Okay, let's add a checkpoint because I wanted to talk about that next. So same deal as before, we placed this down as we would. And very plain looking area this. But this is not like a level design stream. Even so, let's make something cool. Let's make this like pipe turn here and have it go down. So let's make it like this. And yeah, multiple tiles like this, it's going to cause issues, so just place like a gap in between and it's going to be totally fine. I don't know what I'm doing here, to be honest. Let's make it so... Oh, I'm placing the wrong pipes even. That's embarrassing. Let's put it like this, and yeah, as you can see, it's this is a problem. So we can make it like this, and that way works. Let's put some hard blocks here. So it goes like this. And since I don't want these to be like these entrance ones, I can just use these ones over here. These are different tiles. They look exactly the same, but they don't like use the same system. So these actually can be right next to each other. But I'm not gonna do that. So we could do something with this actually, like, because this actually looks kind of cool. I don't know what this would be. Let's look for like inspiration. What can we do here? I have an idea, I think. Let's place down a laser, and it's gonna go from here, sure. So this laser, actually I placed the cultist and the enemy on the main map, so let's just drag them here in this drag to special, because that's where it's supposed to be. And rotate this 90 degrees. Is this working? Hang on. Oh no, wait, the laser has this script that it uses instead. So let's set this to 90 and move it back just a little bit. And I'm pretty sure this should work. But we can test this out in just a moment. So let's place down a checkpoint, because that's what I wanted to do. And we'll place it here. And oh god, okay. I keep placing stuff on the main map when I'm not supposed to. Okay, special. And set this to 0, because this one has a pivot at 0. And as you can see, it creates the checkpoint here instead. Now, if I want to have this little bit of grass under the goal, I go to the goal here, the tile map, and then on the goal thing, I can select these 2 tiles. You can select multiple tiles at once, and I can just put this down like this, and it creates both this like overgrow on the grass and this little spot at the bottom. Now, you shouldn't be using this on the corner tile like this, because it creates this like little floating effect, but like it doesn't really matter that much. So before I do this, if you wanted to start at a checkpoint, you go to your data share and you go to checkpoint value, and from 0 you set this to 1. Now 1 means you'll spawn at checkpoint 1. If there was multiple, you just set the value of whatever checkpoint you want to be at. If this is at 2, I'm pretty sure this will still work, because it just clamps the value. Actually, no, it doesn't. So, okay, here you have to be careful. But if I set it to 1, it's gonna spawn me at the right value. And the laser works like it should. So how far does it actually go? Okay, so this is where it stops. So this might be a problem, like this laser doesn't reach all the way over here. How do we fix this? Well, we go to here, and this laser has a box collider. And this box collider is what actually determines how long this laser is going to be. And let me just check real quick. I don't think this actually is affected by anything. So if I can just extend this like to go all the way here, it's going to stay rendered like on. If any part of this screen is on the screen, even if the laser is all the way over here, it's going to continue working. So now if I launch the level, it's so great to like go back to that every time. As you can see, it stays operating even though the lasers are like all the way over here. And that's as far as the laser actually can go. So there were some other interesting values there. You can mess around with some of these. Offset is just a little bit further in is where the laser actually spawns. But let's say we want it to wobble like crazy, like for some reason. I can set the sign multiplier to that much, and it goes actually so fast that it looks like it's slow. So like I can double it up, or actually 30 is fine. So let's do sign minimum, we'll make it 0.1, and width we'll make it like 1.5. So how is this going to look? Like this. So now you can see the potential in making this just like whatever you want. And that's actually, this is something I could never actually do with like a proper level editor would not let you do that. Now the thing is, it doesn't actually like damage you because it's based on a raycast, so this is only purely visual. But if I want to revert this, then it's totally easy as well. Brimstone Isaac reference too. All right, yes. Okay, so we need to have some kind of like receiver for this laser before we continue. And this is not something you need to do. This is just like so it visually like makes sense. It doesn't just go on forever. So let's make something like this, and then pipe that goes down. It's this one, and this goes down, and yeah, we can make like we can make a warp here actually. Hang on a second. All right, sorry. We can make a warp here, so and I can go probably return with the music because this might take a little bit. Let's place down some hurt blocks on this, just so this isn't too easy. So let's say we got this, and what else can we place down here in the special level? Sorry, special brush. We can place down a moving saw, for example. So moving saws, I actually place down both a moving saw and a moving platform, just as an example, because these use the same system. Both of these use the moving platform script. It's just a different thing is being moved. And I could move, like, put anything in here and it will work. Like, let's say I want a moving platform that, like, just moves dog walker. I just need to check if this... Yeah, so this one auto moves. First thing I want to do is unpack this prefab completely, because otherwise I cannot remove objects from this. This gives you an error, but that doesn't matter because it's gonna go back right in. You got dogged. Alright, so let me check this again. And it's kind of a hacksaw solution, no pun intended, but if I do it like this, it's going to just move him back and forth. Isn't game development such a wonderful thing? This... Oh, hello? I'm dropping frames like crazy. What the hell is going on? Okay. Ah, okay, I think I'm back. What about the blue laser? The blue laser is also here. And you use it the same way. So specials brush, laser, it's just laser offbeat is the name of it. And yeah, you just place it the same way. The only difference is it's purple and it shoots on offbeat. So moving platform, this is like completely pointless, but I love it. If I wanted to, like, say, if you want to have like a moving, I don't know, moving skeleton head, you can do that. So we place this down. I put it on special, but that doesn't really matter. Let's make it so it's like here. And we can do it like this. And now I'm pretty sure it's going to just have him show up like that. Yeah. And I think I moved the wrong thing. Let me check. Let's try it like this. Is this going to work correctly? So it does look a little bit odd. I think it's because of the animation. Yeah, it shows up, and because it's not made to be moving, so there's a little bit of an offset. It's actually really interesting how this works. Okay, but if you want it to like not render, then like you can simply like disable this or just set the sprites here to just be nothing. I think it's in here that this works, or it might be the animator. Does this have an animator? I think so. Hard color. Yeah, so this is basically just like what makes them red in the Mario Bama mode. But this should be okay, I think. Yeah, I don't remember how I set the sprites. It should be like somewhere in here. Oh yeah, the animations, they're just here. So that's fine. That's how that works. I'm not gonna do this because it's beyond the scope of this tutorial, but you can mix stuff like this like however you want. If I want, say, track on this for decoration, track is here. It's hard to see, but it's here, and it works just like this. Sublate, I was going to put that in, so let's have it be like this. And it can just go between 2 points. And let's say you want to like add a point. That's something you can do as well. In edit mode here, you can create a point, and now it's created 0.3, and it can go like over here. Now, if you wanted to, there's 2 modes I believe that you can use, and that's is looping, or I think it's going to be like ping pong. So I think if is looping is disabled, it's going to go back and forth. Let me just confirm. Yeah, okay, so take damage, and yeah, that's just ping pong. If I set looping, it should go from 0.4. Oh, so this glitch is still in, huh? That's oh, I think as create point might have been enabled or something. Okay, so let me look at this. Yeah, so now it goes like this. So now it loops, and you saw that it went to point A at the beginning. That's just because it starts at this position. You can change like where it spawns at. So like if you want it to loop, then it's the best way to do it is like this. So if I made it so it like goes like this, it would just like go like so. So we go to 0.1, then 0.2, 0.3, and then back there. I could like make it so it goes to 0.3 and then 0.2. So now it would go like here, 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 and then like, because this is looping, it will go back. But if I set it to like disable looping, it should, the movement should be a bit interesting. So it would go like, goes all the way to here, then goes back, then goes to the middle, then goes back, and then it should go all the way to the first point. Like so. So pretty cool. Hope somebody makes the poop level or the British level for Optic Man in one of the mods. Yeah. One thing I forgot to mention with the checkpoints is the checkpoint script has its own values. So you can set it to not make you grow. Spawn player at checkpoint, which is where it will make you spawn. So if you disable this, it's not going to spawn the player at the checkpoint. Instead, it's going to be like somewhere else. Let me actually check so I don't like misinform you. Spawn player at checkpoint. What does this actually do? One reference. Yeah, so if it spawns the player at a checkpoint, then that's how it basically it doesn't change the player's position. So you can have a checkpoint that just doesn't spawn you at this checkpoint's position. I believe that's used in some cases, but I'm not sure. It's not something you really should like disable. Sub-area checkpoint just means that when you reload the game, or like you know, when you restart, it's going to remember that it's in a sub-area. Silent doesn't make a sound. Invisible, it just makes it so the checkpoint is not visible. Sometimes the game uses silent checkpoints, and it's just this. So silent and invisible is like what you can use for like a boss fight, for example. Start state is what you will respawn as when you're at here. So if I have my start state set to 4, that should be the cape power-up. Actually, because like this only works if I actually reached this checkpoint and not actually like set this value from here. But it should work if I kill myself and respawn. It should spawn me as okay, so I think it's because the value wasn't set in the actual script. So, but it does work. You can look at the level, the custom level that I made earlier for the stream at the beginning to show off, and it works there. So that's, yeah. I'll just set this to 0 because that's the small Čeda. Okay, part-time is essentially when you reach a checkpoint in the game. When you die and you respawn, it's going to set your value to the time you had when you reached that checkpoint. Or sorry, it's going to set the time to the time you start the stage as like overall. But if you set a part-time in here, it's going to set it to that if the time you reached this checkpoint was lower than that. So like, let's say you had like 34 seconds on the timer and you touched the checkpoint. If you respawn and the part-time was 100, it's going to give you 100 seconds. So that's basically like, it's like, it's meant to save you from like when you like reach a checkpoint and you were just barely out of time. It's not going to give you all your time back, but it's going to give you like enough to like reach the exit still. Yeah, so that's basically everything about the checkpoints. And custom camera spawn, it's going to place the camera in a different position than like focusing on the checkpoint. Again, it's not really something you should like do too much. It's basically like if you want the camera to like be in a different position. And Y offset is like how far up the player will spawn on the checkpoint. So like if I set the Y offset to 3, it should spawn me like a bit further in, but I'm not sure if that's something that's like still in. Oh no, it sets the camera position, I believe. Cam vertical offset plus Y offset. Yeah, so it's just like for the camera. Let me like set it to 100 and see like where that takes me. Yeah, see, the camera's like all the way up here, so that's the offset of the camera. Sometimes it's useful, but not really for most cases. So what else do we got here? I wanted to do a warp. So before we do that, let me put the music back on. And in the sub area, we'll also make an NPC group, because that was a request as well. So let me go to items, let me place down some coins. And 0.5 for this. So let's place some like here. Okay, and we can do like, how can we make this like nicer? add a sad square in here. This looks terrible, actually. Okay, that's a bit better. And there's like nothing to do here, but that's fine. Okay, special. And this is how you place down a warp. Special's brush. And the warp is the very first thing here. So when you're gonna place this down, doesn't really matter how you place it. You get these two arrows. And the way this works is these arrows control the way you go in and out of a warp. So let's say this goes to like inside here. So I place this arrow here. And the idea of the warp, that's basically just for readability. So by default, this is set to leads to sub area. This just tells it to like disable this background and apply the audio effects. That's it really. Two-sided basically means you can go in and out of the same warp without having to place two warps. By default, this is disabled. Interestingly enough, doors use the same exact script. It's just cosmetically it's a little bit different. So if I have to place down a door, door 0, it's very similar, as you can see. Leads to sub area can be enabled or disabled. Two-sided as well can be also enabled or disabled, even though this is never used, I'm pretty sure. The color of the door can be changed. Key door is a value here that controls whether this is a door that needs a key. And the key ID, 0 is red, 1 is blue, 2 is yellow, and there's no more. That's all you get. But even so, if disabled is this, if two-sided is disabled, I can go inside this door, but I can't go back. And I think this is only used in like the spooky world level. Okay, so sub area. So we have this this warp here. We can open this up, this warp here, and we have exit down. So I want to make it so when you go, you exit from above, and I think that's already set up, right? Yeah, so we have this arrow. Let's make the sub area like here. And we'll make something real quick. Let's like place a pipe down here. And I forget what sky I put in for this. Let's just use this rock thing, because why not? And you know what? Let's make it so it's all vertical as well. So let's add some like stuff on the sides and make you like drop down, because we love when you drop down. I thought the music just made the Čeda sound. And then you go like in here and everybody's happy. Let's like put a bridge here and like lava underneath. Okay, so instant death. And we put in some cheese. Let's make it like one lower. Oh, and these do not combine because it's in a different layer. So main map, like this, and we'll make it go one lower just so we don't have these edges at the bottom. And let's put like a different type of decoration. So let's do background dark. This is something I don't think I talked about yet, but it's basically like the same thing as before. It just makes it so you can have like a detail for tiles in the background, and you can control how dark this is by selecting this and like changing the color. Let's like make it slightly, I don't know, yellow, because I think that looks neat. And it's like, I don't know, let's like do something here. And I don't know, we'll place like 2 NPCs here. Alright, so we got this going. I don't know, let's place some teapots down. Coin 0, let's like, this is going to spawn it like this. Let's place them like down the middle, like this. So we do it like this. Yeah, that looks nice. That's a lot of money. Okay. Return this, because we don't want this offset to like be a problem later. And then we place down another pipe like here. Alright, so this is a pretty neat sub area. Let's place some teapots down. Let's put down like some a one up here or something. Alright, so we got this in, and let me check if I made it so it echoes in the sub area. I did not, so let's enable that. Let's change the time to 300 seconds. Oh, I didn't acknowledge the gravity divider here, but basically this controls how much the gravity affects you. So gravity divider is 2, makes you jump like really high. I don't think this actually affects the enemies, but if I set it to like 0.5, it's going to be like your... maybe it's going to be like actual Mario physics, no, yeah. So now you have like these very short jumps and life is horrible. So, yeah. And yeah, you just float on that, don't worry about it. So set this back to 1. And before I make anything else, let me make the exit warp as well. So it's the same thing as before. Go to specials brush warp. And just to make this more readable, set this ID to 1. So this is going to be direction entrance free. Set this here, and then this exit arrow is also going to be free, probably. Yeah, it's free. And then we go to this pipe here. And maybe I should make it so this this couldn't kill you when you get out. I think that would be wise. So this is going to lead you out of this pipe. And this warp I need to disable leads to sub area, because it leads you to the main area. Camera stay in bounce, that's all good. So let's go to camera bounce, actually set like the bounce this is supposed to be at. So it's going to be like set the size to 23. And let me reset the offset here, because these bounce they just need to be like this, yeah. Let's do 73.5, and start it at like here, like 63, 64. Alright, and then we go to the bottom like this. And let me just fix this, like, I have the bounce selected, so now I see like where this actually ends. So we'll make it like this, and then the pipe needs to go all the way in. And I need to like make it so we can actually see like some of the background here. I need to make it something that's like noticeable. Okay, welcome back. Right, so this is also disabled, so what can we make this? See what we have in BG. Something noticeable. I mean, I could make it just buildings, but maybe there's something better I could use. Oh, I think this is for the boss area. You know what? Let's do this. There's not gonna be a filter on it, but I don't care. The filter, if you want to look that up, it's on the actual like level for the what's it called? The bubble level. Okay, so let's put it up like up here. And move it over here. And let's set this to 30. Alright, so now since this is a sub area, this should be working just fine. And we'll just make sure. So I go in, this is the warp. Oh, that's the sky I selected. Alright, so this is fine, I fall down. Impossible teapots, always nice. You go back in, and it leads you here. So everything works. And as you saw, it wasn't really too complicated. Okay, so... Oh, that's kind of a bitch there. You know what? I have an idea. Let's make it so like there's an invisible block. Special. Not special. In block map. And let's make it so like it's like... here, I guess. And here. I want to see if this will actually like block it. So, oh, this is okay. So 1 is not enough. 2 blocks them. So that's pretty cool. You know what you could do? I just got an idea, but it's going to have to require moving this to here. Change special. What is this? No, this is in decorations. Let's add a laser. We'll do, where is it? Specials. And we'll do laser offbeat. So 16. And this is in special. Doesn't really matter where I put this because this is going right up his mouth. Okay, dog. It's your time to shine. Okay, let's see how this is going to look. Is this always at the same spot? Let's see, offset beat based. Offset. How does this set? Does it remember a position specifically? Changing take me to the shop room is just on repeat of going home. Would it be hard to change the room that button takes you to? Not really. It's in a script called Klempodrome Events, and where it takes you there is like basically what it uses. I want to just see like where this actually goes. Render get position. Render get position. So line renderer. Is this based on this, perhaps? Use world space. Let's see how this will go. No, it's still using that. God damn it. I didn't even read your comments, to be honest. Okay, so this is all fine. Yeah, I didn't even get to read like what you were saying, to be honest. So, okay, fire ray. Let me see this real quick. Set positions, transform, position. Okay, maybe it's the raycast that does it, but I guess like by default that the lasers do not support being moved. That's unfortunate. Oh well. I wanted to do an NPC anyway. I'm at 2 hours and 8 minutes, so I gotta like wrap this up soon. But NPCs, I make them a bit easier. So a prefab ID of 1 gives you the info block. So you just hit them and they play whatever dialogue you had in there. Let's say, okay, I want an NPC and I want him here. Oh god. And let's have like 1 and then a second one. So I want both of them to be part of one conversation. So how do I do that? Well, I can make this one a child of this other one. And let's change like the sprites for him. So what NPCs do we got to work with? We can make, I don't know, Skibidi Toilet, Elvis. So 0 and 1. And you may notice that there's this annoying thing where some NPCs are facing left, some are facing right. Don't go after me for this. That's just how I was, like, delivered them. So who else? So who is this guy gonna be? We can make it Sauce Man, sure. And, okay. So we got that going. And I'll use the example script that I made. So hang on, NPC example. I would change the lines for him in just a second. If I want the NPC to have a voice clip, this is where you put it in. Same with that one. You have to say Skibidi Toilets, even though he came so much before it. So this is the NPC example script. So let's say I wanted to start from here. I just need to like look at something. So two. So you only need one line of difference here. So let's say I'm gonna do he can say like, we are weaponizing Skibidi Toilet. That's going to be 1. Actually, he does have a voice clip. I don't know why I don't just put it in. Talk Sauce Man and then talk Elvis. There he is. Alright, so we got that going. Play info block sound, not really. Alright, so now we can do 2 he can say thank you very much. And let me pull up the NPC dialogue script. So this one has a bunch of tags that you can use, and I don't want Elvis to make the beeping sound when he talks, so I'll just do no sound. And then here we will do make Čeda say this game came out. That meme, you, I don't know, whore. I'm the best at dialogue. I don't know. good for it. Okay, and so what's... I think I need to restore the sound as well, because I think it's going to stay like that, so we'll do normal sound. Normal sound. And let's make it shake the camera, just so it's... just so there's more oomph to his words, which hurt the soul. And this is going to be shake cam, magnitude by time. I don't think these are all the tags that are in. You might need to like look up everything that's like in here. But these are like the most important ones. Let's like shake the camera, so we'll make it like... so that's magnitude and time. So let's make it magnitude of 0.1 for 0.2 seconds. It's like I'm editing a Game Dude video. And just so you can look this up in here. So shake cam, yeah, there's no comma in here, so like this. Alright, so that's how that goes. So this starts at line 6, so in here I need to make it so the start line is line 6. Alright, and now I need to check out if this is going to work. Alright, so go in, and let me unmute the audio. Alright, what's he gonna say?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so that's how you can do multi NPC dialogue.
Thank you very much.
And as you can see, shake cam works, everything works. One thing that's kind of annoying is if you want this, the text to not like show up weird, you need to put a new line here, and that's basically going to cause this to, this is going to be the first line, this is going to be like at the bottom there. It's annoying that you have to do it, but like that's the way I did it. And since I don't want Elvis to turn around, that's just something I can set here to turns to player set to false, and that's the way it works, and it's neat. So that's your warp. I can't believe I fucking just made a skibidi toilet joke, but that's just how the internet does it, I guess. Let me check what's in my like bucket list. I did this. I'm making a simple level giving. Okay, giving the level a name is something I haven't done yet. Level names are stored in here, right under these completions. So this, you may not notice, but the Port 4 neighborhood actually has a level name. So what should we name this level? Let's make this, I don't know, Poland 2. And so we'll save, we need to save this. Otherwise, it's not going to be changed. So Poland 2, and I'll have to change this name back when this goes back. But this is basically what it fetches the name from. So if you want to replace a level, that's how you do it. Okay, so I need to finish this up first before I do that. So what else did I not do? Giving the level a name, replacing a level in the build settings. Okay, so these, I'll just like go to making the goal. I can't believe Poland makes an appearance in Čedović too. Alright, so I'll just make some empty ground here, and that's just going to be the end of the level. So every like stage has a goal. It's like all the way over here, but it's there. And you can just like move this whole thing, and if you just like don't mess with it, it should work just fine. Make sure it's aligned with the tiles. just so it looks correct. So we got that going, and so there's enough space here. After Čeda like touches the goal, he still technically exists as an entity. It's just if he dies, then it doesn't really matter. I'm actually not sure what happens if he falls into molten cheese. So since this is Poland, let's just make him die in a cheese. Cheese. So let's go back to the tint brush and make this green. Lovely. And now let me check the main bounds of the camera. So that's too much. I need to make it so it goes down to here. And let's make it so it's like half of the lava here. Or like this works, I think. Alright, so before we do anything, let me like put in some final touches on this level just to really make it pop. So what would be there a lot of in Poland? So this oil barrel. And I need to use the default brush. So we got that. Let's say you want to flip a tile. You can do that by using this select tool. Select the tile, and you can set the scale here to be like different. So scale of 1, scale of -1, it rotates it like this. And it does change the rotation as well, so like it can be a little bit annoying, but it's not too bad. I'm not sure if this actually supports tinting. Let me check. It does, okay. Build 1 oil barrel near the cheese lava. That's pretty good actually, because it's like a radioactive spill. Let's do that. I like that idea. So it's like this, and then we flip it like this, scale to -1. That's great actually. Tint the brush. Okay, do it like this. And now I think I can make it so because I made it vertical on the MGZone level. Okay, I think if I do this here, it should animate. Okay, so let's do it here. Select this, and let's rotate it 90 degrees. Alright, and I need to put one here as well, just so this looks better. So let's now tint these tiles, these bitches up. Okay. Let's put this in here, and where is this? Okay, let's move the position of this just a tiny bit. Oh, what is this doing? Yeah, this is not ideal, but unfortunately there's nothing I can do with this. So let's make it 25 and set the scale to -1. Alright, let's see how this is going to look in the actual when we actually play this. Is this going to animate? Oh fuck. I got jump scared by the goddamn pussy sound clip again. I need to set the checkpoint value to 0 so I start from the beginning. Okay, it doesn't look like this is animating, so if something like this happens, this is actually good that these things happen. Yeah, it's the animation frame rate, so when I have the instant def 1, it has a frame rate of 10, and this controls how fast the animation, the frame rate actually updates. So if I set this to 10, you should be able to see the lava animating as well. And yeah, you can see that it does work. You will be able to see it better if I disable this layer. Yeah, let's actually make it faster. Let's do level decorations like 25. Yeah, okay, 25 is good. So yeah, it's a neat little detail, but look how much it adds to the level, this amazing, incredible level. Okay, so now we need to like put these sausages in like a bunch of places. Where could I put them in? Let's place one here. because we love taking risks. One will be it's gotta be in here, and we'll place it like right in the middle. Countdown to Death is actually pretty fitting for this. Okay, and the last one. Where should this go? Maybe here, because that means you would have to use the invisible blocks to get up here, I think. Maybe here, yeah. I think you might still be able to get here from a regular jump. This seems like a good distance. Why are you saying sorry? I'm making this level. I'm making this based on my own experience. The massive like hills in the background and then just a town in the background and the fucking dust and dirt everywhere. No, this is Poland. This is what I'm coining. Yeah, this is an incredible level. Let's put down some more decorations. Let's put this cloud here, because that's fitting. And then like put like someone's like fence here for no reason whatsoever. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and we need to have them all flipped, so it's unfortunately something you gotta do one by one, I think. Yeah, fence is just like in the goddamn sky. We can make this work. I actually kind of like Countdown to Death like as a song, although like people have remixed it to be way better. It's just repetitive, really. Put a face on the ceiling for no reason. A face on the ceiling? I can do that, I guess. All right, so we got that going. Just a little bit of something. Because Poland needs to have like... Oh, wait, I know what Poland needs. Just a whole bunch of trash bags everywhere. And we cannot forget... what else can I... pickaxes. Someone mining a fucking oil barrel. So the lore of this level that I'm making is that they are weaponizing Skibidi Toilet in Poland. And it's causing a sequel. It's causing a sequel is something that would happen in Čeda. Also like a single Dragon Ball, because like why not? And what else? Another oil barrel, so it has to be here. We need like this like pimple as well. Where would it be though? Like a goal? No. This does not have a foreground layer. Okay, this is actually pretty good. I want to have level decorations, but for a foreground. So how do I do that? I can copy and paste this. Move this up here. And let's name this like level decorations foreground. So main map is at default 0. So this will be default 1. Everything else remains the same. Let's reset the tile map to be... because this will remove all the tiles from it, because I don't want the actual tile data to be carried over. So it's now we can place like this shit in here. Whatever this is. The ground nipples. Can I tint these? I can, but it looks awful. Alright. Yeah, this looks a lot like Poland now. I just need to place down some thematic enemies. I mean, how can you have a Poland without the dude? Where is he? Where is this guy? There he is. His name is just Guy. Okay, so hardcore editor, cable length, let's set it to like 4. And a lot of these editors, like these enemies, you can pretty much figure them out on your own, I think. Like, their editor thing is kind of basic. Oh, and edges is like how far down he can go, basically. So, nothing really too much to worry about. So what else? Oh, I know what we can do on this bridge specifically. Where is he? I'm looking for the Gopnik. Gopnik enemy. Gopnik main, so 35. Oh, I need to add an offset to this, so let's place down like 2 of him. And I'm not sure if this actually... Cannon. And this one, annoyingly enough, does not need an offset. Where should I place the cannon? Good question, actually. Maybe here? No, that just looks like it's floating. Let's place one here, just for the warning of what's to come. It's kind of a cramped level now. My goodness. And let me like replace this power up with the cape. Above the structure nearby the cheese blocks. These ones? Above the structure nearby the cheese blocks. I'm guessing you mean this. I could do that. So you're saying like here or something. Yeah, that's okay. You can also, hang on, put this down. You can change the cannon height, so this controls like how high that cannon can go. But I want it to be at height of 2. Yeah, the one with the sausage, that's good. Maybe it should be like here, actually. Yeah, and just so this isn't inside of the ground. And let's replace these semi-solid blocks with skulls. I believe the way this works is the same, so like that. This all seems good. Oh, wait. I need to add like decorative lava here. I don't know what this... I think this is for the small pipes, these circles here. Okay, let me use the tint brush. One thing you should remember is that you cannot save these tints. There's no history or anything, so if you're using the tint brush, you need to like remember what color you were using. So like save the hex values somewhere. This is close enough, I think. Let me like make it look nicer. So where's like the small pipe? Lava in Poland? No, it's just like toxic slime. This actually looks pretty cool. This is where all the bodies are sent, or something, I don't know. Use this shadow. Yeah, that looks good. Let's use the instant death to like mask this a little bit. and then like so. Okay, that works, and I need to tint this as well. Is it bad that I think this level actually looks kind of good? Like all the jokes aside, like this actually does not look too terrible. Maybe I'm insane, I don't know. I mean, I am, probably. The shit I do, okay. Toxic trash bags. I mean, you got like the blood ones. I'm not sure what the toxic ones would be. Maybe they would like... Well, okay, let's see. Maybe you could like combine the Fugo mist with like, I don't know, something happening. Like you stomp it and then the mist comes out or something. I don't know. But there's one thing I wanted to do actually, and that's the event blocks. That's something I wanted to talk about. These are very powerful, but they're only used once, and it's a real shame. And I need to remember, like, okay, event block event. So these can do anything. They can do absolutely anything. Like any function you code in is going to be triggered once this event block is in place. Let me go back to the data share of 1 again. I'm okay, 2 hours 34. I have time for this. So event blocks, yeah. Level grid. Let's go to like, I don't know, game manager, and let's see what we got working here. Kill player. It's the first thing I see. I can do like add lives, and it gives you like -10. So I hit this, and it takes away 10 lives. Isn't that fun? You see, this is like the function I was excited the most about. I wanted to use it for the final fight, and it just does not. It was never used. What does give power up do actually? Is it going to just instantly give me a power up? It does, okay. That's actually pretty cool. So you don't even need to collect anything, it just gives it to you. What if I set it to like 12? Is it going to be out of bounds? It gives me the Eternal Axe. The one downside to this is the effect of the event block is global, so what it does, like this, is trash box spawner. Yeah, you could do that. I don't think you can actually, no, wait, you can. Ooh. Well, the one problem is like the event block effect is global, so every event block on the level is going to give you the same effect. That's the one drawback. But if I wanted to like have it spawn an enemy, you absolutely could. In fact, I could make it so this checkpoint gets spawned. Or like, what else is there? I could make it, hang on, I have an idea. I can make it so this sausage is going to spawn when this block gets triggered. So let's say, let's go back to the level grid. That's the sausage number 2. And you can stack multiple of these functions here. So sausage game object set active to true. And the only downside is I have to disable this here. But if I do that, it should stay disabled. Okay, so it's not there. And now it shows up. And I can collect it. This is no longer a modding stream, this is your playground. I'm just excited because, like, how often do you see stuff like this? And no sausages in the game do this, maybe thankfully, because that would be kind of annoying. But, like, I wish these were used more, you know? I'll just say I get rid of this, this give power up thing, because that's a bit much. But you can see, like, the potential in this. And there's one little block. And it's only used to fucking control water in the final game, because Yeah. Whatever. Is there anything else I wanted to do to this? I wonder. Okay. I think that this is fine to stop it at here. It's a pretty complete level. So now what? So now we need to actually assign this level in the build settings. So we got this window. This is all the builds in the level. If I want to replace a scene, I need to put in add open scene. This will add the custom level. Pull it like where it needs to be, like all the way up here. And the placement here is important, so we need to get rid of this one. Eggs maple. And now if I go to the world map, scenes, world maps, world 1 hub, I need to check, like, where is this? So I'm not really gonna go into detail on world maps, because the way they work, I'll go over this script, because this is like what controls everything. Level offset is what reads the names of the levels. So because level offset here is 1, it's going to start reading from these elements, from level element 1 to like this. And the level names as well, so it's going to use this as the first level name. If I, for example, were to set this level offset value to 3, and I say 3, I put in 2, it says this is like not the error level, and it gave me an error. Let me like check this out real quick. Does this guy not have oh, it's a bug that I put in. Okay, so this is something I'm gonna have to look at after the stream. Hang on, let me set this to null. See if that works. Because this is at the root, it should be like that. So let's see. Is this going to get rid of the error? It is, okay. So now, since this is saying not the error level, because the offset is set to that, let me restore this back to 1. And world ID is the text it's going to give me, so... Now it's saying Java Jungle World. Yeah, so... That's, And I'm at 1-2, so yeah. And world names are also stored in data share. I believe it's like down here. Yeah, world names, and world is always added at the end here. So it's just like this. So because we replaced the level, let's see if this loads correctly. And there it is. So let's play through this now. Maybe I should like not play Doom music at the same time. Watch out for that coin. The evil coin. Okay, the skulls work correctly. That's good, because I wasn't sure if I was remembering them right. Whoa, okay. I thought that the corpse like went flying up or something. Alright. Oh, come on. Is he gonna leave? Yeah, he's gonna leave. Alright, so we got that going. Oh, and I already had that collected, I guess. Okay, so... Okay, let's get the last one. Oh, and the last one is there. Okay, I forgot. I forgot this has 4 sausages. Oh, jeez, okay, am I gonna get this? Okay, good. And exit. Okay, we're going to barely see a pixel of that lava, so I wonder what's gonna happen.
Nice.
Okay, so it does work, and it doesn't even count the death. Yeah, Poland 2. We successfully made a custom Čeda level. One thing I wanted to show also on the world map is these level paths, they control like where you stop and start. So let's say like there were for some reason 5 levels in this world. If I press this again, it goes back to this one. So you can make this order whatever the fuck you want. I would make backups just in case. If I were to like remove this level entirely. That puts me at level 3, but yeah, now it just goes between these two. But it still says this is level 2, because that's just the order of the levels in the file. But yeah, I think that's it. Okay, I see the issue here. So I need to make this 4 here. Because this is default, so okay, what? Okay. Because this is by default, this is 4. If you have a custom number of sausages, you're gonna have to save this and say apply to prefab. So now if I start this, it's going to say, yeah, it's not finished, and this display is going to like just barely cut off. And I'm pretty sure if I put in like 5, it's going to cut off completely. Yeah, you can see just a pixel of it. So it's not really designed to have more than 3, but it technically can. So if you want to like break the rules a little bit, it's totally fine to do that. I need to apply this. There we go. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. And Čeda dies because in Poland, even when you win, you lose. And on that note, I think that's going to be the stream. Just under 3 hours. Unless somebody else has any questions. Actually, I can show you something related to actually exporting the game, because this is actually also important. So here's like the project settings. I opened this from edit project settings. Here you can set the game name and icon. So I can call this like, at least there's Čedović DIY. And this is going, basically with this, it's going to give the whole game different keys, different save files are going to be not the same. I don't know if options are going to carry over. Probably. But you can also, cursor doesn't really matter, but you can change the cursor to be whatever you want. And then you go to build settings, and you can stop the stream at this, but like this is what I use for actually building the entire game. I can do it right now, but yeah, 86, it doesn't use 64-bit architecture, which makes the game like more accessible on more systems, I think. Just to make this exporting faster, I can make it so these levels do not get included. Actually, this one too. And this one. I think that should be everything. Okay, let's build. And we can name this, I don't know, Čeda DIY. I need to create a folder. Hang on a second. Čeda DIY. Let's select this, and now it's going to just compile the game as we go. Will there be another stream or a goofing around stream with the enemies and wherever this in this editor? Or I don't think so. I mean, unless there's a lot of questions people still have, I might make another stream. But I wanted to cover like what would go into making like a custom Čeda level just in general. when it comes to like boss fights and stuff, I think like you probably could just like reskin the ones that are there and probably not worry about it too much, because bosses do require a lot of custom scripting. You can't exactly just drag and drop stuff. That's why the bosses took so long in the first place, is I had to make them pretty much in their entirety. But yeah, bundling and compressing data, because I only included like 2 levels in this, it shouldn't take too much time, but if you put in every single level, it is going to take a lot longer than this. I mean, assuming this last part doesn't take forever, which, yeah, with Unity, you never know. So we can just wait for this to happen, and I can go and see like how this is going to be like once this is over. But I want to still do that on stream. I guess in the meantime you can ask me like any more questions you might have. Can any of the bosses have those 100% alts you talked about? I mean they can, but it wouldn't use the same kind of script. Okay, it finished. So now I believe like since this is over, oh, it actually like shows the game. I guess because it's full screen. Again, it seems the settings do save. And as you can see, I don't have any files because this is technically a completely different Unity project. So this is something a good thing to do when you're making this is make sure it has a different name so it doesn't interfere with the actual game. All right, so we got that going. Pretty good answer to a question that I'll never use. Well, I am so sorry. Enter your text here. So yeah, the intro, everything is going to be the same. And I hope this actually works as it should. I do want to mention that the multi-character NPC... Oh my god. Okay, I see some issues actually. Hang on a second. I think there's a problem with the actual like level. Hang on, level. I believe someone actually had this issue, so let me like keep this the stream going for a bit longer. Hey, where's like where's the home level home? I don't know why something between versions makes this so these decorations have blurry sprites for I don't even know what reason. Is this decoration level decorations 4 props 2? Okay, it's because I think it's because of the compression or something. But yeah, these, for some reason, all the enemies or all the NPCs had their intro like reset for some unknown reason. So to fix this, you just put in game intro here, and this should work. Let me just make sure. I'll set this to N, so that should make the intro play. Okay, let's see. It does make the intro play, so that's a good sign. No, this is still blurry. I don't know why. Okay, this is really bizarre why it does this. Troubleshooting stream. Point automatic compression. I don't get this. Why is this like blurry for no reason? When I stop it, it's crisp as it should be. Okay, where is this like game intro start line? Why is this start line 52? I don't. Or maybe it's in the NPC dialogue. It's set at 52. Oh, okay, so it's NPC dialogue, not. Why is that even there? I don't know. And I moved there because, like, for some reason, yeah, for some reason he just moved. It lets him move when the conversation gets over. And now it's normal. What the fuck? Okay. I don't know. It wasn't like that before, but whatever. Wait. Why is that like... Why does that look so weird? Oh, I guess because this is... All of these are blurry for some reason. Why is that? Maybe it's because of the Atlas settings or something. Hang on. Sprites, graphics, palette. No, that's not it. Sprite packs, tiles, high quality, compression, lorebook profiles. I need to check what this actually is a part of, because I think that's the issue, is the Atlas it's putting it in, it's like too low of a resolution or something. I don't want to go over, but might not be possible. So let me see what is this a part of? Compression, normal quality. Huh. Alright. That's interesting. Does that happen in base Čeda? I don't think it does. Probably, I'm not sure. But this gets put in somewhere. I'm not sure where, but like the tiles pack preview. Okay, compression high quality. Oh wait, I see it now. Okay, so this was for some reason set to bilinear instead of point. Okay, now it should be okay. Let me just make super sure this is okay now. Okay, okay. Okay, now it's fixed. Alright, let's restore this to F, because that's F basically means the intro does not play. And let's compile this again, I guess. After the stream, I'm gonna have to make it so that custom level is not overwritten. Okay, let's build this again. All my homies hate bilinear. Yeah, I don't know why that was reset, to be honest. I did not reset this. I think some values just got like reset for some reason. Why is it building those scenes? I don't get it. Okay. Alright, so anyone who's mod simply, I don't know how, but the dev stream will always have, if I understand, like 0.3% of it. I think even if you're not like going to like use this in any way, I think you can at least like see like what people could potentially like do with this, and like that alone I think is worth it. I hope somebody does something with it now that I've like explained how you can do some of this stuff. And I know it's like a lot of footage to go through, but I'll try to like chapter all of this stuff once it's actually done. And I hope I can like play this once this is finished and it's gonna work. Yeah, unfortunately this stuff does take some time to get used to. Okay, I think it finished. It did it a lot faster this time. So yeah, let's give it another go. Oh, and these disclaimers at the beginning. Real quick, this is all in project settings. So player, splash image, and they're here. So this is where these two things are. They can be changed. You can add things. You can. I think it's like a fixed amount of things you can add, but yeah. Yeah, it'd be fun to see like what people do with like what this little game can do. Alright, so now this should work just fine. And if you want to know how to like put in video files, it's pretty much the same as what I've already said. It's just you need to make sure the video settings are the same as the other cutscenes, so you just have to compare them. Alright. I don't know why I was reading this stuff, but okay. Alright, you... Oh my god. Does he not have fucking dialogue? It's one guy. Oh yeah, where's fucking Klempodrome? Why is he invisible? Why is he invisible, actually? NPC... I think that's him. That's Andre. Oh my god. I am never gonna get to that goddamn level. Hang on, NPC... If I want to search for by, like, a specific thing, like NPC script, and it's one word, there we go. Okay, so NPC... Where is like, Klempodrome? He is which one? He is this one. Okay, so what's your issue? Yeah, these missing text assets. I don't know why this is a thing. Okay, NPC dialogue. Why is this a problem? I don't know. None of them have their, like, things set for some reason. But these are all NPC dialogue, I'm pretty sure. I remembered going through and, like, setting all of these, so, like... And he doesn't have it either, so okay. Just set everything. Shop block, I think. That's going to be info block, maybe. NPC dialogue. Start line 90. Is this correct? They took my fucking NPC info block. I think it was here somewhere. Yeah, it's info block. Troubleshooting shit. Oh boy. They all have the intro ones, they don't need them. But this is all fine. And info block. I just want to check something. Levels, level 1-1. And they all have them. So, okay, I forgot to set them in home, or it didn't save for some reason. Let me just check if they are here now. They are all here. Right. I wanted to say, oh yeah. I think I did mention how you can split tiles in the video, but basically, like, if you have a sprite and you want to, like, split it into different parts, this is just like a thing at the end. The sprite mode needs to be set to multiple, not single. Unity, you're right there. You glitching. And then in the sprite editor, you can set these. You can draw these new ones, like, on top, and it's going to create new sprites. They can overlap, but it's going to make selecting them difficult. You can also set slice, grid by cell size. By default it's 64, but you want to use, like, 32 for using it for a single tile. And that's essentially it. Anyway, I want to build this and actually get, because I'm gonna have to beat 1-1 before I can, like, test the level out. Dead Klempodrome. Oh. I'm getting messaged by someone I was supposed to, like, meet up, like, 10 minutes ago. Online, so it's not a problem. What is like an epic music to play? Oh, it's right there. Into Sandy City. I just need to wait for this to finish. Do you think someone's gonna make a .exe version of Čedović where every level is just bloody? And that's just Spooky World. We did that ourselves. In fact, that filter from Spooky World, I'm pretty sure you can just copy that and put that in every level you want. So, okay. I'll leave this off screen here for the time being. I don't want this to turn into me just fucking around with the game. But World 5 hub, let's save the changes. And okay, so how does this... I'm pretty sure it's just a script called Spookifier. Yeah, main camera. Spookifier. How does this work? Just so I don't like fuck this up. Music 1, creepy mode, no spook chance toggle. This is just update. Music 1 volume. So where is the musics? Is this not here? Musics. Where is the like the audio input for this though? Every level is spooky worldified except spooky world is all normal and everything. That's one way you could do it, yeah. Hang on, level pads, World 4 hub. I don't remember where this is actually like setting the alternate music. Maybe it's like hard set like, hang on, somewhere in here to music. Okay, so it needs this, World 4 but spooky. Alright. Is this how it sets it? Yes, yeah, okay. So it needs the spookifier and this. Yes, okay. And it needs the effects of this as well. So actually there's quite a bit that goes into it, but if you copied this camera, I think, or all these effects exactly as they are here, you could add it to any level, but that's I think that's beyond the scope of this this stream. So let me go back to custom level, this nightmare of a creature, and let's see if this actually finally plays. If nobody does, then we would have failed as a community. God. I keep forgetting to use quick start. Alright. Now let's hope Clampodrome has the ability to speak. Oh my god, I gotta do this again. No, I can just hit escape and it does this. This takes me back to the launch day of Čeda where the fucking NPC dialogue with Clampodrome just did not work. Alright. I got a speedrun level 1, so give me a second. Okay, we got that, good. Someone like did this level in like 21 seconds and I have still no idea how. Alright. Leaving in about 20 minutes. Oh god. Hang on, where's the Kahoot music? Is this it? Alright. Extended. You know what? Let's do this one. This is good. This is good Poland music. Fuck, the goddamn coin. Why is it so effective? And only on me, probably. Whoa, that was weird. That was a rip, yeah. This is like the worst section I've ever made, that one part. And that's saying a lot.
Thank you very much.
Alright, and the fourth one. Yeah, for a level I made out of just like already finished assets. Wow, I did it twice in a row. Okay, I want to just try something else before we end the stream. If I fast forward the death, is it going to overwrite me finishing the level? Oh, he stops. He knows. It does. From the beginning as well. If I exit, if I quit to map, I'm pretty sure it's going to let me continue, right? That's amazing. Okay. So we can kill him after the level ends and it's fucking going. Okay. Well, that's now it's going to be the end of the stream because we have officially finished. You broke the net, gamer. Yeah, so now after the stream I'm gonna have to put all this stuff together like back the way it was, so like, you know, all this has to be enabled. And I need to restore Toast Mines to its rightful place. But, you know, you get what I did. Dev skip found. Hello, N%. You were here the whole time? I didn't see you. If it was, we just broke that record. Oh my goodness, okay. Well, alright. This was really fun. I hope this was my explanations were good enough to like get like a basic level pack at least done. And if there's like, if we get to that point, then I can definitely like make a stream where like, I don't know, we make a custom enemy or something like that. But that's something I gotta prepare before like we do, because I can't just wing stuff, you know. I gotta have a plan for this. But yeah, I'm not gonna keep you here any longer. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I'm looking forward to what this is going to give all of us. Happy New Year, everyone. Good night.